Hey guys, Deathbed Studios here. I'm Adam,
Tristan?
and we're here to finally settle a score. Not since 1942 has a battle so epic raged across the world. Maybe not across the world, but gamers' living rooms everywhere. We're going to talk about two games that go head-to-head today that recently came out. We're talking about Prototype and Infamous. Oh yeah. We got both of them, and we're going to do the pros and cons of both, and which one would be declared the winner. So why don't you take it away on Infamous first?
Infamous takes place in Empire City. The main character, his name is Cole, and it first starts out, he's delivering a package from, I'm not going to spoil you guys, but he's delivering a package and it explodes on him. Around the vicinity, he's the only survivor, but he has these new electric-based powers. Through the game, you can decide if you want to be good or evil. Both of these sides have their own powers. Like, if you're going to go more evil, the powers are more wild and crazy and, really don't care about the surrounding people, but the good powers are more precise and more accurate.
What do you think's more fun, good or evil?
I think evil, because evil has some crazy powers. I mean,
it's so hard being good. I mean, you just have some crazy awesome powers.
Yeah, I played through the game as a good guy first, but I recently just started playing bad, but I don't know, I'm digging the evil power a lot.
What's your favorite power?
The big shock wave, almost like some Star Wars thing going on, and the grenades, they're spreading and blow up in the whole vicinity. It's pretty sweet. Graphics wise, some pretty good graphics in this game. The character is really detailed. The city is pretty realistic, and it just shows the devastation of it's pretty wild stuff.
So let's move on to Prototype. Tell us what you like about this.
I like the powers in this game. And there's so much gore. It's pretty great, man.
Note rated M for mature, and it definitely is mature. I think it's more violent than Grand Theft Auto, to be totally honest, but it doesn't retract.
Yeah. My favorite thing in this game is just disguising as military soldiers and just sneaking into their bases and just slaughtering them, and they don't even know anything. It's pretty awesome.
How's the controls on this?
The controls, they're pretty good, but you're not as in control as you are in Infamous. You feel like you're the character in this game. How the controls are, you can climb and stuff, but in this one, at some parts you're not really in control, especially when you're running down the street and it automatically jumps for you on it automatically jumps above cars and all that stuff, and that's okay, but it's different. The graphics wise, it's okay, not as good as Infamous is though.
So you'd give the nod to Infamous for controls and graphics?
Yes, I would.
How about gameplay?
Gameplay, I like the gameplay. It's pretty easy. I mean, there's no pausing when you're selecting powers, but they made it pretty interesting how they did it, because it slows down as you're selecting powers, and it's pretty cool how they did that in this game.
What do you think? Alright, we're gonna put this debate on right now. Which one of these guys would you rather be?
I'd rather be Alex Mercer. I mean, his powers, man. The big giant claws and the armor, and just disguising into different people. I mean, there's so many ways you can play this game. You can play as a stealthy kind of character, just running around slaughtering people, then all of a sudden you just shift into another person and just blend in with the whole surroundings. Infamous, there's really none of that, because there's no cops or any authority figures chasing you around. Basically there's
mass chaos, right?
Yeah, mass chaos and sects of gangs and stuff like that.
How about let's talk about the surrounding area. If I'm correct, Prototype takes place in New York
City. Yep.
New York City, and it's pretty accurate, right?
Yeah. Oh man, it is.
And what about Infamous? We know it's Empire City. It seems pretty similar to a post-apocalyptic New York City.
Yeah.
And
well, the thing is, Empire City takes some parts of like major cities across the world. Like, I was watching a developer video, and it said that they took some aspects of different cities from all across the globe and put it into Empire City. Like, you'll see some parts of New York in Empire City, but you'll also see some parts of other different cities in Empire City from across the world.
Okay, without spoiling it, which one do you think has a better story?
I think Infamous probably has a better story. I mean, Prototype story seemed really kind of linear, but what Prototype did was they had a web of intrigue, which basically you went around and you had to consume like special targets, and you got a part of the story from those targets, which was really cool. I mean, it unlocked another story within the main storyline. I mean, you could see a different perspective of what different people are going through.
So it's sort of like a mystery, or
it's a conspiracy.
You're trying to come up with what happened to Alex Mercer in the story.
He's trying to find himself because he wakes up on a slab without any memory of his life before, all these events happened with the virus.
And what do you think about which one has more replayability? Which one can you sit around for hours playing and not get tired?
I could probably play Prototype for hours. I mean, there's so much to do. When you beat the game, there's so much to do. Like, any side missions you didn't complete, you can go back and do that. You can do the same with Infamous, but there's not really... Once you beat the game, there really isn't that much, to grab me to go on. I mean, it's a good game throughout the story. I mean, but once you're done with it, it's basically like, you don't really want to go back and play it.
So here's the $1 million question. Which one would you recommend to gamers?
I don't know, I like Prototype better.
I personally would recommend both. I mean, if you have a PS3,
both,
you can't go wrong with...
You can't go wrong with Infamous.
It's definitely great.
If you want a story, I'd go with Infamous. If you want some good gameplay, I'd go with Prototype.
Yeah, good battle system too.
Good battles.
I
mean, there's a lot of action in this game. So much action.
You tend to die a lot. There's lots of tanks flying around. There's
so much action. It's like a real war going on between infected, the army, and you.
And there's sort of zombie-like creatures.
It's so cool.
That's like a plus. I mean, I love just running down the street and just cutting zombies in half. I mean, it's just... And another thing that I noticed about Prototype is it doesn't have really a good and evil. You're still the anti-hero.
You are the anti-hero.
And basically, you don't have much choice in between good and evil. And that's, I think, a genius, device in gaming. A lot of games, you see yourself becoming the hero. And in this one, you're so anti-hero that it's incredible. So, I recommend picking up both. That's my opinion. I mean,
I had more fun playing Prototype.
They're definitely two good games. Both support trophies.
Yep, they do.
And definitely can't go wrong with both of them. So, I'd definitely pick up both. And this is Deathbed Studios. I'm Adam.
I'm Tristan.
And this was your review of the War of the Century last week. See you later.
Later.